very good evening, viewers. It's 6 p.m. and you're watching Republic TV with me, Deepak Suresh Kumar. Across the Republic is your one-stop destination for all the stories from the length and breadth of the nation. First up, we'll speak about the demography debate which has been reignited by Hemant Soren, who has blamed West Bengal for the infiltrations in his state. Along with that, the story that we have been on top of is the Muda scam. Karnataka Chief Minister faces resignation heat from within his party and from the opposition as well. Will he resign? That's the big question that will be answered in the days to come. And another one is the flip-flop that's happening in Himachal Pradesh over the nameplate diktat that Vikramaditya Singh, a minister in the Himachal Pradesh cabinet, said that will be brought into effect in Himachal as well. But after Congress ire, the decision is being re-looked at. And finally, viewers, it's the final showdown in Jammu and Kashmir, the last leg of campaigning before the final phase of the assembly elections. All the parties are pulling their last stops to get their last political mileage in Jammu and Kashmir. We'll get to all that after a quick look at the headlines. Karnataka government withdraws CBI probe consent. The central probe agency will have to now seek the government's nod to investigate the Muda case. Himachal Pradesh's big U-turn on eatery's order. Congress rebukes Vikramaditya Singh after backlash. Proposal being re-looked at.
इस चुनाव में जिन्होंने जम्मू कश्मीर को 40 साल तक आतंक की परछाई में रखा, वो चुनकर आए तो यहां पर पाकिस्तान के इरादों की जीत होगी। पाकिस्तान
Union Home Minister Amit Shah attacks Congress NC alliance, says their win is Pakistan's win. Uddhav Thackeray's close aide Sanjay Raut of Shiv Sena UBT convicted in a defamation case, but he was bailed within hours.
के देख ले कि कौन से जिला में कौन से राज्य में किस तरीके से आंकड़े में बदलाव हुआ है। जाके बंगाल में देखे, बंगाल का आंकड़ा क्या है, और पता कीजिए झारखंड में अलग अलग जिलों का आंकड़ा क्या है।
Chief Minister Hemant Soren shames India ally TMC over infiltration in Bengal, says centre should focus on that instead. First up, viewers, the heat is mounting on Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah in the Muda scam case. After the opposition demanded his resignation, now his own party member, a senior Congress leader and the former Speaker of Karnataka, has demanded Siddaramaiah's resignation on moral grounds, saying that if the Congress has to avoid any embarrassment in any poll-bound state, then Siddaramaiah must resign, because his defiance is now fueling BJP's attacks in each and every poll-bound state. And he also raked up the Prime Minister's attack on Siddaramaiah and the Congress in the Muda case. On the other hand, the Karnataka government has now removed the consent for the CBI probe. They will have to seek the state's nod to probe the Muda case. Here's the latest on the Muda land scam story.
Defiant in the face of increasing pressure from the opposition to step down in the light of the High Court order upholding the governor's nod to probe in the Muda land scam case, Karnataka's Chief Minister Siddaramaiah refuses to quit. Led by its top guns in the state, the BJP took out a protest earlier in the day demanding that the Chief Minister steps down in the light of the High Court order.
ये मिसयूज ऑफ पावर और मिसयूज ऑफ पावर एंड इन्फ्लुएंस टू ऑप्टिमाइज पर्सनल गेन, इस जजमेंट के बाद एफआईआर की प्रक्रिया आरंभ हो गई और उसके बाद जो लोग जांच करेंगे इस पूरे विषय पर वो वही लोग होंगे जो सिद्धारमैया जी को रिपोर्ट कर रहे होंगे। तो एक निष्पक्ष जांच सिद्धारमैया जी के रहते संभव नहीं है। मेरे ख्याल से कांग्रेस को अपने रवैये पर, अपने गिरबान में झांक कर देखना चाहिए और ये जो जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार वो करप्शन को मानते हैं उस मानसिकता से ऊपर हो।
Joining the chorus for his resignation, Congress leader KB Kolivard, who Siddaramaiah had handpicked as the Karnataka speaker formerly, also called on the CM to step down on moral grounds and in the interest of upholding the sanctity of his chair.
Regarding Siddaramaiah's position now, the High Court and the Representative Court, Public Representative Court, have given a verdict against Siddaramaiah. Though Siddaramaiah is innocent, though Siddaramaiah is a popular and unblemished leader, as far as I know from 1972 till today, many chief ministers. But CM stands number one, Siddaramaiah stands one. He is for poor, he is for backward, he is for public. He has never any black spot on his political career.
However, dismissing calls for him to quit, Siddaramaiah vowed to stay on as Chief Minister, asking Prime Minister Narendra Modi instead to resign first over the post-Godhra riots issue.
BJP is trying to dislodge our government through money power and also through Operation Kamala, but they could not succeed. ಯಾಕೆ ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಡಿ? ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿ ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರ? ಬೇಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ? ಅಲ್ಲ, ಬೇಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರಪ್ಪ. ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳ್ರಿ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಎಂಕ್ವೈರಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿರೋದು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಎಂಕ್ವೈರಿ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ನೀನು ಕೇಳೋದು. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು, ಬಿಡು. ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ, ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಫೇಸ್ ದೆಮ್ ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲಿ.
A defiant Chief Minister was also seen shoving away a reporter's mic, losing his control on being questioned about the opposition's call for his resignation. Meanwhile, in a big development amid the probe heat on Siddaramaiah, the Karnataka government withdrew its general consent to the CBI to carry out investigations in the state. With chorus growing for him to step down, the big question is, can the Congress play deaf?
Well, viewers, yesterday we saw an impressive turnout in the second phase of the Jammu and Kashmir assembly elections, and now it seems like we are in the final phase. The final showdown is currently underway between the BJP, NC, Congress and the PDP. The Union Home Minister Amit Shah has launched a scathing attack in Jammu today, saying that a win for the Congress and NC means a win for Pakistan in Jammu and Kashmir. Here's how the final showdown is panning out.
The stage is set in Jammu and Kashmir for the final showdown in the valley. The parties in the fray are pulling all stops to secure the final mandate.
वेस्ट पाकिस्तान से आए हुए अडवाणी जी वो डिप्टी प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनते हैं, लेकिन जम्मू कश्मीर में बसा हुआ वेस्ट पाकिस्तान से आया हुआ रेफ्यूजी could not give his vote in विधानसभा. It is this time that after Article 370 वो पहली बार जम्मू कश्मीर की धरती पर अपना वोट डाल रहा है विधानसभा के लिए.
The prominent candidates whose fates were sealed in the recently concluded second phase of polling include National Conference's Omar Abdullah, BJP's Ravinder Raina and Congress's Tariq Hamid Kara. With the final phase just days away, the parties are cementing their stance. Just a few days ago, Union Home Minister Amit Shah had slammed Farooq Abdullah over Article 370, reiterating that there will be no dialogue with Pakistan until terror ends.
फारूक अब्दुल्ला साहब, आप जवाब दीजिए. हमारे 40,000 लोग मारे गए, उस वक्त आप कहां थे? आप यहां के मुख्यमंत्री थे. आपके समय में आतंकवाद बढ़ा, फला, पनपा, और जब आतंकवाद बढ़ा, जम्मू कश्मीर को छोड़कर आप यहां से श्रीनगर को छोड़कर, जम्मू कश्मीर को छोड़कर लंदन में छुट्टियां मना रहे थे. साहब, आप लंदन में छुट्टियां.
Shah has decried Farooq once again.
अगर इस चुनाव में जिन्होंने जम्मू कश्मीर को 40 साल तक आतंक की परछाई में रखा, वो चुनकर आए तो यहां पर पाकिस्तान के इरादों की जीत होगी, पाकिस्तान के इरादे।
Meanwhile, BJP's National General Secretary Tarun Chugh lauded Prime Minister Modi's idea of development.
यहाँ की जनता प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के विकास एंड विश्वास, विकास और विश्वास, इस मंत्र को मानते हुए आगे बढ़ रही है। दोनों फेसों में देखेंगे तो जनता खुलकर बाहर आई है, निकली है और अपने मत का प्रयोग किया है। ये उनका मतदान करना, ये डेमोक्रेसी की जीत है, ये लोकतंत्र की जीत है, ये प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने जो विश्वास की बात कही थी, ये उसकी जीत है।
As Kashmir poll inches towards the final round, the parties are going at it hammer and tongs.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah has slammed the Farooq Abdullah for his statement in which Farooq Abdullah has said that the army is working in collusion with the terrorists and the infiltration is taking place for the same reasons. Union Home Minister, while addressing a public rally in Jammu, said that National Conference should have some shame, as the Farooq Abdullah has said that the terrorists and the security forces are working with each other. He said that Congress has now gone in alliance with the same National Conference whose chief had said the same, and NC is the one that always took the side of the Pakistan.
Moving on, we have some big breaking news coming in, viewers. The Supreme Court has dismissed Gujarat government's plea seeking review of its verdict over certain observations made against the state government. Now remember, earlier this year, the Gujarat government had filed a plea in the Supreme Court seeking it to review some of the remarks made by the Supreme Court in the Bilkis Bano case. The Gujarat government's plea in the Supreme Court said that some remarks against it must be deleted, but it seems like the Supreme Court has said, and I quote, "We are satisfied that there is no error apparent on the face of the record or any merit in the review petitions warranting reconsideration of the order impugned. The review petitions are accordingly dismissed." This is what the Supreme Court said while dismissing the plea filed by the Gujarat government. Remember, the Gujarat government had sought to expunge certain remarks made against the government for its conduct with regard to the premature release of the 11 convicts in the Bilkis Bano case. Now, we have Harsha also joining us live on this broadcast. Harsha, it's a big setback in the Supreme Court for the Gujarat government's plea, because the Supreme Court said that there's nothing wrong in the order that has been impugned. But the Gujarat government had said in its plea that certain remarks made by the apex court must be deleted. Take us through the latest verdict coming in.
No, you rightly pointed out, Deepak, and as we very well know, that there's a big setback to the Gujarat government, who earlier on January 8 also stated that the remission should be given to the 11 convicts in the Bilkis Bano case. Now we are learning that in August 2022, if you remember, that the Gujarat government granted the remission to the 11 convicts, and after that this was challenged in the Supreme Court on January 8. Also, the apex court similarly stated that no remission will be given. And earlier, and when the review petition was filed by the Gujarat government, then today we are getting to know that's a huge setback to the Gujarat government, as Supreme Court has clearly stated that the decision which has been given is impugned and is right, and remission will not be given to the 11 convicts who were involved in the rape and the murder of the family members of Bilkis Bano. So, the huge setback for the Gujarat government, and we have to see exactly whether they will be again filing for a review plea, because this is a huge setback. Because in January 8 also the similar decision from the apex court came, and again today the Supreme Court has dismissed the review plea. So this clearly states that now there will be no remission to the 11 convicts. But how Gujarat government will go ahead with this decision, and whether they again plan to file a review, that will have to wait and watch. But there's a huge setback indeed. Back to you.
Right, Harsha, many thanks for joining me with those details. This is indeed a setback for the Gujarat government. And now, the order that the Supreme Court had issued stands as it is, because that's what the Supreme Court has said in its order. Now, let's shift our focus to what's happening in Himachal Pradesh, because over there as well, a mega political showdown erupted after the Congress government in Himachal Pradesh told the Yogi model in coming out with an order asking all eatery owners to display their names and addresses prominently at their establishments to prevent customers from facing any problems. Now, this decision was followed by a directive by the Yogi government asking all restaurant and food stall owners to display their names and addresses outside their joints in light of certain incidents of mixing spit and urine with food items. Now, the Congress High Command has rebuked Vikramaditya Singh. Here's what's happening.
A massive political controversy has erupted after the Congress government in Himachal came out with an order similar to Yogi Adityanath to regulate eateries in the state. State's PWD Minister Vikramaditya Singh issued an order asking all eatery owners in the state to display their names and addresses prominently at their establishments to prevent customers from facing any issues. The order followed a similar directive by Yogi Adityanath's government mandating all restaurants and food stall owners in Uttar Pradesh to put up their names and addresses to enforce strict food safety standards and cleanliness. The directive by the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister followed multiple incidents of food items being laced with spit and urine. Leader of opposition Jairam Thakur said that he hoped Vikramaditya would stand by his order and not roll it back in the face of pressure from within.
हिमाचल ऐसा प्रदेश है जहां आसानी से किसी आदमी को जो बाहर से आता है उसको पहचाना जाता कि हिमाचल का नहीं है। जब हिमाचल के वो लोग नहीं हैं, बाहर के भी हैं, हमें कोई आपत्ति नहीं, लेकिन सिर्फ एक बात को लेकर के हिमाचल में आकर के अपनी पहचान को क्यों वो छुपाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
Vikramaditya meanwhile clarified on his order, saying that it had nothing to do with what Yogi Adityanath did in Uttar Pradesh.
इसमें यूपी का या योगी जी से इसका कोई लेना देना नहीं है। हिमाचल प्रदेश एक अलग प्रांत है, हिमाचल प्रदेश के अलग मसले हैं, हिमाचल प्रदेश के लोगों के अलग मुद्दे हैं और प्रदेश में जिस तरीके के, जैसा मैंने कहा कि अभी कुछ जो घटनाक्रम पीछे हुए हैं, उससे सरकार जो है वो संवेदनशीलता के साथ रिलीजियस हार्मनी बनाकर और प्रदेश में एक शांतिपूर्ण माहौल बनाकर ये हमारा दायित्व बनता है।
The ruling Congress, however, refused to link the directive to Yogi's order, saying it is aimed at ensuring that only persons with necessary regulatory clearances set up shops in the state.
जो यूपी के पैटर्न पर हो कि यूपी की तर्ज पे कोई याद है, ये बेवजह का एक वो है। जो विक्रमादित्य ने भी कहा है, उन्होंने ये कहा कि ताकि वहाँ पे जो है सुधार हो के जो वैध रूप से हैं वही जो है वो दुकानें या रेडी वाले बैठ सके। इतनी सी बात है, उसको यूपी से तुलना करने कोई मतलब ही नहीं। कोई यहाँ ये थोड़ा कि फोटो लगा के और सामने रख के रखा जाएगा कि डिस्प्ले किया जाएगा कि दिखाया जाएगा कि ये फला की दुकान है, ढिका दुकान, उनको वो वितरित की जाएंगे लाइसेंस उस जगह का, सिर्फ इतना ही है। उसको बेवजह का तूल और गलत दिया जा रहा है, ऐसा कोई हिमाचल सरकार का आदेश नहीं है।
The Samajwadi Party meanwhile came out strongly against Yogi's diktat to eatery owners, calling it as an attempt to sow seeds of divisiveness in the society. Even as the Congress refuses to tie the Himachal directive to Yogi, wary of the backlash from its indie partners, the big question is, has their hypocrisy been exposed?
Now, moving on and shifting our focus to the horrific Bengaluru murder. Viewers, the prime suspect in the murder case of a woman in Bengaluru was found dead in Odisha. And the man, identified as Mukti Ranjan Pratap Rai, committed suicide and was found hanging from a tree near Buinpur village in Odisha's Bhadrak district. Now, the local police have recovered a suicide note from the scene, which claims that the man indeed chopped Mahalakshmi's body into 59 pieces. But so far, the cops haven't been able to find the murder weapon. The hunt is on. Here's the latest.
A suspect in the murder case of a Bengaluru woman has been found dead. The main accused, Mukti Ranjan's body, was found hanging from a tree in Odisha's Bhadrak district. Republic Kannada has accessed the exclusive visuals of the body being removed from the tree. A bag, notebook, scooty and mobile phone were recovered from the crime scene. Cops also recovered suicide note. The main suspect, who was on the run, committed suicide after killing a woman and chopping her into 50 pieces. On September 21st, the body of Mahalakshmi was found stuffed in a fridge. Initial investigation revealed that Mukti Ranjan worked with Mahalakshmi at the same store where she was employed. Mahalakshmi's call records revealed frequent contact with Ranjan. Ranjan's phone has been switched off since September 3rd, indicating he fled Bengaluru. The note recovered stated that Mahalakshmi and Ranjan had an argument at a residence in Vayali Kaval. During the confrontation, Mukti allegedly struck her on the head in a fit of rage. The note also mentions Mukti's close relationship with Mahalakshmi. The murder was carried out using a sharp weapon, which has not yet been recovered. A spot inspection is being conducted in Odisha by Karnataka Police. The investigation is underway to uncover the motives behind the shocking murder that has captivated the nation.
Well, viewers, Republic Kannada proudly presents Kanasina Karnataka Summit, which is all set to take place on the 27th of September, which is tomorrow. And this landmark event will feature influential figures from Karnataka to discuss strategies for building a bigger, better and more prosperous state. The summit aims to bring together prominent voices from diverse sectors, including top religious leaders, union ministers and state ministers, activists, social icons, actors, academics and also nationalists, to share insights on realizing Dream Karnataka. Watch Kanasina Karnataka live on Friday, 27 September, only on Republic Kannada.